Good morning, everyone. My name is Lamont Gilchrist. www.L.G.FIT45.com is my webpage. Today is 6/2/2017. So, I get questions, and probably the number one question, or the number one question I'm probably asked is, how do I, and that goes for anything. So someone will call me and ask me about exercising, someone will call me, they'll ask me about eating, they'll ask me about supplements, they'll ask me about a lot of particular things. The thing that I've learned in my 40 plus years on this earth is that regardless of how great or how good of an invention or an ideal or a blessing you may have or have the ability to share with others, it will not happen if they do not do this one thing that everyone has to do. And you should do it on a daily basis. You should do it every day. Is learn how to change your mind. So what do I mean by that? There are physical ways to change your mind. As far as exercising changes endorphins, breathing techniques that I use changes endorphins, stretching and mobility things that I use relieves tension and changes endorphins. Eating, the nutrition and the different toxins and stuff changes endorphins. Lifestyle, the things that you take into your mind, feed your mind, be it drugs, alcohol, TV, the news, what you pay attention to changes your mind. All these aspects of life are very important to make any type of change. Not to get off the subject, but this is kind of like my little thought process on people talk about the racism and the crazy stuff that's going on inside the world. And to me, it's very simple. It's really simple of how you can solve these things. People talk about economic equality, reparation, and all these other things, which all those things are very relevant. But we can never get back the loved ones, or the loved ones can never get back the dignity or the human or the dehumanization of who they were by being stripped of those titles. So there's no amount of money in the world that can actually be a remedy for that, or what is done to this worst form of terrorism that's ever happened on this planet. I mean, just point blank, but not to right wrong, but just to get to the solution. So, and I said this before too, and it's about changing your mind. For one, take control of education. This BS that people are feeding each other, this whitewash or this brainwash stuff. Educate yourself. Educate yourself about your history, about where you come from, and do your own research in that education. Take control of your health. When you are dependent on someone else for your health supply, your food supply, and to diagnose, treat you, take care of you, who will kill you, who have other interests, it's very hard to be mentally, physically, and spiritually in line. And entertainment and education are probably the most money makers in the world. Entertainment, because it calmed down the masses. Without TV, without entertainment, if they turned off everything, the world will go crazy. But and being some of the best entertainers on the planet as far as like sports and doing the other things and stuff like that, if we just remedy those things, we would change the whole economy and change the way that people looked at stuff. And all all that ties into what it is that I'm trying to say. So as a man thinketh, he is, you know. So when you want to change something and you want to start doing something in a different mode, from health to anything, it has to start inside the mind. You have to be able to change your mind. That sounds very easy, but try it. Just try it today, and you will see how hard it is, that you fall into these little bitty square pegs that everybody wants you to fall into, so that they feel like they can be safe and identify with you, which their safety and them being able to identify with you should be the least of your worry. You feeling good inside your own skin and working towards your goals and helping and guiding people in the talents that you have should be your main concern. So that would be my number one thing for anyone, no matter from whatever it is, to being a doctor, lawyer, getting in shape, getting healthy, curing himself of cancer, fighting a disease. You have to change your mind. Thanks.